My family, welcome to yet another one. Here are some new developments concerning what has been happening in South Africa.
As government, we have put in place security and other measures to deal with any attempts to destabilize our country, whether by citizens or foreign nationals, and we will not tolerate any attempts to destabilize the country by anyone, whether marching or otherwise. Our security forces are ready, and those who transgress the measures that we're putting in place will definitely meet the might of the law.
Anti-immigration groups have issued a stark ultimatum. They want all undocumented foreign nationals out of South Africa by June the 30th. They have threatened a massive national shutdown if their demands are not met. As anxiety peaks, the anti-migrant groups are pushing back against accusations of xenophobia, directly slamming the government for creating a crisis. Leading the charge is the March and March movement. Its leadership argues that local communities have been abandoned by the state, forcing citizens to take matters into their own hands.
So if there's anyone that must shoulder any blame for the 30th, it's the government. But on our part, we are saying for what we can take and what we can do to ensure that no violence ensures, we'll do that.
And while organisers insist they want to avoid violence, they warn that the June 30th deadline is not an ending point, but the beginning of a much larger, coordinated campaign.
From the 30th of June onwards is when we intensify. And we're introducing all these civil movements so that you know there's more than March and March.
Yeah.
Well, movement leaders are demanding a structural overhaul, calling on the Ramaphosa administration to stop dismissing them and to drastically tighten immigration laws.
The government needs to find a way of working with civil movements like ours and communities to make sure that they fix the problem. Stop treating us like we're mad people who are just crazy. We are the ones that know and live in these communities with this crisis.
But despite the anti-migrant groups' call for order, the situation on the ground has already turned deadly. Police are investigating a string of violent attacks linked to the escalating tensions. In the coastal town of Mossel Bay, an immigrant neighbourhood was targeted. More than 50 homes were set ablaze and at least 2 Mozambican nationals were killed. A Malawian man was also allegedly stoned to death last week. Fear is now driving thousands of African migrants to flee. Temporary shelters are overflowing near foreign embassies. Nigeria, Ghana, Zimbabwe and Mozambique have repatriated thousands of their nationals. Immigrants who have lived in South Africa legally for decades say the rising hostility doesn't differentiate on the basis of paperwork.
And in light of all these happenings, Pastor Chris came out to say this during the first day of the Global Day of Prayer, the June 2026 edition.
In the last few weeks, there's been very, very disturbing reports coming out of South Africa. It's very sad that they'll watch others like themselves so brutally treated, so badly treated, and calling for other African residents in their country to leave, blaming them for the indigenes not having good jobs. This is very terrible. This is very bad. And I'm going to address it on Sunday. I understand that the perpetrators of this have said that they're giving 30th of June as a date in which all the immigrants from other African countries should leave. Now, when you talk about illegal immigration, I can understand that, and the government has the power to look into that. That's their job. But the civil citizens of the country don't have the authority or the power to investigate immigration. That's not their job. If they think someone is there illegally, they should escalate the information to the police or take it to whatever structures the government has put in place. But you cannot assault others in the streets, destroy their shops, destroy their businesses, and ask them to quit. So I'm going to look into that. I'm going to talk to you about that on Sunday. And what words God puts in my mouth for you, I will utter them. So this is unacceptable. If they are there illegally, escalate that to the authorities. You have no right to go on a rampage, damaging their things, pulling them out and abusing them, assaulting them. It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. But I'll talk about it on Sunday. And the government must do something ahead of the June 30th. Must. And my must is not a South African must. I mean must.
So my family, that was what the man of God, Pastor Chris Kilome, had to say, to the nation of South Africa, to the leadership and all that concerning all these things that are actually happening. And if there are any updates of, what he would then say, he said that he will address this issue on Sunday. We'll actually share all those updates with you. So I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to pray for South Africa. Meet you in the next one as always. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. God bless you.